Manchester United won, Fulham won today at Old Trafford, the day the fans returned at Old Trafford with a Cavani thriller, a 40-yard goal that saw United put its first goal into the net of Fulham, has not helped United to seal or to confirm its second position in the Premier League by the end of today. Game ends 1-1. Thank you for watching Rokani Sports. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Confirmed. Fulham, however much they've been relegated and they're no longer into the Premier League, they've made United to concede the most number of goals at home since the season of 1963. Can you imagine? United this season has conceded close to how many goals? To 28 goals, and they last conceded when they conceded 38 in 1962-1963 season. So it shows you that United has conceded lots of goals this season. Guys, this is real. When you look at the Premier League table, it shows you how bad United has defended this season, and such goals as we've conceded today have been coming in like all what I cannot even explain, because if at all you recall, very many games United has played, and that's how we've been conceding goals. So it shows you how United does not defend the farthest post of the right wing, especially where Aaron Wan-Bissaka is supposed to be in. When you look at it this season today, the season, United have scored 71 goals and conceded 43 goals. 43 goals, 28 of those have been conceded at Old Trafford. That means United have only conceded 15 away from home and 28 at Manchester United, that is Old Trafford. So that is something ugly in here for such a team that is willing to win a trophy this season. It's really bad and ugly. It sounds bad for a team like Manchester United that is really looking at the trophy, all winning back the Premier League, especially ever since Alex Ferguson won in 2012-2013 season. So it shows you how ugly United is playing, how ugly we are really when it comes to defending. And it shows you the difference between Manchester United and Man City, the winners of the Premier League this season, because Man City have scored 77 goals. Yes, I've scored 77 goals, and they've only conceded 29. They have a goal difference of 48, and United has a goal difference of 28. So it shows you that the difference between Manchester United and Man City is the defense, and it's really ugly in some people's ears. When have we known Man City and Pep Guardiola for having quality defenders and not conceding very many goals? Because we've seen Pep Guardiola's team conceding many goals, but after all that, his team scores more, and that's how he wins the title. This season round, his defense, ever since the introduction of Ruben Diaz, everything changed. And when you look at that goal, it shows you that United United doesn't only need a CDM, but a central defensive a CB, that is a central defender. Because when you look at how that goal went in, it shows you that Twanzebe and Lindelof were out of position. They looked at themselves together. They were running in the same direction. They couldn't trace where the opponent was. And trust me, what happened? Braid headed that ball into the back of the net, and it's United lose. Concede a goal, and the game ends 1-1. But that is a topic where I'm starting on this match reaction. Is one, we need a Conde or a Varane into that defense. Secondly, we need a central defensive midfielder. Look where Luke Shaw was. So it shows you that the midfield had really no people in it, though there were yards of space in the midfield. Pogba being put back into the midfield when Scott McTominay was taken off. It looks like he has gotten an injury. Scott McTominay was taken off. After he was taken off, Marcus Rashford was introduced in, and Pogba went back into the central midfield in there. He played very well, by the way, and Freddie also played very well today. The introduction of Danny Van Beek and Amad Diallo, Cavani, almost, apart from Alex Telles, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted to give all the new signees of Manchester United that signed in the summer that had not seen the fans at Old Trafford a chance to feel the atmosphere of playing while the fans were really onto the pitch. The only person that didn't really feel the atmosphere of the fans while playing on the pitch is Alex Telles in there. But I think because of the limited substitutions that we had, I think he would have brought him in there for Luke Shaw if at all that was ready to happen. But all in all, I look at this game as a game that we really had to win, especially in the first half. Very many chances created, United really wasting lots of them. Second half also, many chances wasted. And my question is, what is Rashford doing on the field? That is a question that I want most of you to answer me. What is Marcus Rashford doing onto the field of play? Because I see nothing he's doing. Guys, trust me, this is why we need Anton Martial back. Because if at all Anton Martial is back, Rashford cannot perform like that, because he knows I'm really going to be sad. There is a player who can play better than me if at all I'm playing on the pitch. Now, leave alone people saying that he's half fit. Why do you accept to be on the pitch when you are half fit? Why do you accept to be on the field of play when you are half fit and injured? Yes? That's a big question. Tell the manager I need to be rested, because what you portray on the pitch, for us, we're not going to judge you because you are really not performing to the levels we expect you to be performing on. We are going to judge you not because you are injured. We are going to judge you according to what you put on the field of play, and what you put on the field of play is trash. Rashford needs to be rested. If he's injured, let him be rested, let him be treated, let him gain back his fitness. And that's when we here at United are really going to come back and praise Rashford. But I really think Rashford is doing something bad for himself and his career, because look at him, however much he's scored a goal against Liverpool in there, but he looks sluggish. I don't like the way he plays. I don't enjoy him anymore, because he's selfish, loses possession, he tracking back is bad. Like in the game of Liverpool, you saw how Aaron Wan-Bissaka suffered because he couldn't really track back. So it shows you how bad Rashford has got into. And I really, apart from that free kick that he won us, how many times did you see him get on the ball? He's afraid to put his foot. Tell the manager, please, I'm not playing this game because it looks like I'm not really ready to go into that game of play and the field of play. So for me, I really think Rashford should do himself a service and a positive, because the way he's playing does not really depict a Rashford that we know, because having scored very many goals this season, because when you look through here, if I'm to look through here, Rashford's season so far at Manchester United, he has scored 11 goals into the Premier League. He has scored 2 in the Europa League, making that 13. EFL, he scored 1, those are 14. Champions League, he scored 6, those are 20. That is Marcus Rashford in there for you. He has scored 20 goals this season, so I really think he is really a good player, but I don't enjoy him anymore. I don't know why. You guys, you can also come in and tell me. But for my case, I no longer enjoy Rashford. I don't know what you think, but for my case, I no longer enjoy Rashford. I no longer enjoy Rashford. He's not the other player that really used to take off players, sit them down, and really create the best out of him that we expect. I don't really enjoy Rashford anymore here at Rokani Sports and Manchester United, the way he's playing, and I'm worrying of the final. That's why we should see how Anton Martial is going to play in the Wolverhampton game, because I expect him really to come out and play, because that's when we are going to that's when we'll know what we're having at stake, because having a fit Anton Martial on the bench is really great, especially if Anton Rashford runs out like the way he's playing nowadays, because I like to see him really doing the needful for himself and the rest of the team, because these are things that really cost United, especially when you're having a player who goes by the names of Marcus Rashford and is playing trash like that. Now, what do you expect others really to come out and say, hey, I'm having a forum saying Rashi is good? I don't say he's good. I'm not saying if I told you to rate him on the standards we expected him to be playing right now, Rashford is one of the best in the world right now. He's one of the best, but trust me not, he's not doing that in the previous 6, 7, 8 games. That's not the Rashi we know of Manchester United. He is really a great player, but he is not doing the best for us as we expect him. Rashford, please, you should pick up your stockings right now, because we are going to a crucial game that is a final. Yes, a UEFA Europa League final in there. That's where we want you to play the best out of it, and this is when we are going to see how we are really going to be affected with the injury of Anton Martial. So, from saying he's world class. Yes, I don't turn it out that he's not world class. Rashi is world class. I like the way he plays. I like his contribution. I like his work rate. I like his his tenacity while on the pitch, but he is unfit, and no one is really going to come out and say and blame Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for playing you well unfit, because the player has the right to the manager, please, I'm unfit, I'm not going to play. So Brashi, please, you are doing a disservice to yourself. Better tell Ole that, please, can I be arrested in the game of Fulham Wanderers, such that I really get back to full fitness and I really be of a use when United is playing its final into or against Villarreal this season. That's something I expect you to say into that. But when you look at United, first half, we almost took it all, and though the defense really gave away some chances, David De Gea coming out with some clear chances, and I think there is a second half save of Lookman that De Gea did that really showed people the difference between David De Gea and the man who goes by the names of Dean Henderson. Now, all the haters of a man who goes by the names of David De Gea, you've been silenced today. You've seen what they call class. You've seen what they call class. That is David De Gea. Even the goal itself, you saw that pass that David De Gea did a long ball to a man who goes by the names of Bruno Fernandes. Bruno flicked it, and Edson Cavani put one touch, second touch, 40-yarder, chipping the goalkeeper into the back of the net, going to the celebration, celebrating with the fans. It feels good for Edson Cavani, celebrating in front of the 10,000 plus fans at Manchester United, though not the full atmosphere as it will be next season, maybe around September or August. Let's wait and see, because they're saying that if at all you get that jab of COVID-19, there is no reason of you putting on a mask. So that's what the doctors are saying. So I think if at all the entire UK is really vaccinated, then we will see the needful to us here at Manchester United. But Cavani scoring in front of the fans is really nice to me. I really like it. Cavani, kudos. Thank you for scoring your 16th goal of the season. And by the way, Cavani has hit a landmark today. And can you guess what? Cavani is the third player at Manchester United at the age of 33 to score 10 goals plus into a Premier League season. One, Teddy Sheringham, he's an OB of Manchester United. Remember, he was playing alongside the current manager of Manchester United, who goes by the names of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The other player was Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who scored 17. You remember, he scored 17 goals that season. That is Zlatan Ibrahimovic Kadabra in there. And the third player is Edson Cavani, having scored today, making it 10 into the Premier League. He has gone to the record books of Manchester United, and he is up to there. That is Edson Cavani in there for you. And it's always nice to see to it that you come at United and you deliver. And now it's good, and he's making a very big statement as far as Roy Keane joining Manchester United is concerned, because I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer cannot really get a forward or cannot really get a number 9, because he expects Mason Greenwood to have grown into a better forward come the season of 2022-2023. Secondly, Anton Martial at Manchester United, if at all is having his best season, you expect him to deliver a 30-goal plus season. Yes, you expect him to do that. And the likes of Marcus Rashford, and I think United will only go for a forward, depending on the situation next summer, leave alone this summer that we're going in. Next summer, that's when United will be needing a number 9. It will depend on how Mason Greenwood and Anton Martial would have fared the next season we are going into. So to me, I really think it's great to see to it that Cavani stays, and I don't see the reason as to why United still say that we need a player who goes by the names of Harry Kane. And there are people that are saying, how can we miss out on this chance? How can we give Harry Kane to our opponents? Mind you, those opponents that you see have really built up their team from the goal to the central defensive midfield, to the defenders, and to the forwards. Remember when Jose Mourinho had just come to Chelsea in 2003, 2004, he made this statement and said, when I'm building a team, I start with a goalkeeper. Now, look at Peter Cech at Chelsea. Look at the team, how Jose Mourinho bought his players. Peter Cech, remember, he came in at Chelsea when he was in the Euros, I think, before they purchased him as Czech Republic went to the Euros of 2004. The other player that he purchased was Carvalho, partnering him with John Terry in there, brought in the likes of Ashley Cole into the left fullback in there for Chelsea, and when you look at other players that we are really playing at Chelsea by the time, I bring in Makelele, was brought in at Chelsea, very many players that he brought in, and after bringing all that breed of players, knowing that I'm having a world-class goalkeeper into my goal, I'm having a full 4-back line that is really strong, I'm having a central defensive midfielder in the names of Makelele in there, I'm having a Lampard, I'm having a Joy Cole, I'm having an Arjen Robben, I'm having a Damien Duff in there. Then he started to look for the likes of Didier Drogba's of this world and adding them to the Good Johnson of this world. So when you're building up a team, you have really to first build the defense. And if at all Harry Kane comes at Manchester United, do you think Harry Kane would have solved that goal that entered at Manchester United that we considered against Fulham? The answer is no. No. Maybe he would have scored that goal that a player who goes by the names of Mason Greenwood missed out, but you never know whether he would have even made that run. But the first thing to do is let's first put our defense in order, and when our defense is in order, you will see to it that United will be up there and will be really doing great. So Twanzebe has played very well. I've liked Aaron Wan-Bissaka going forward. I think he's improving. Even the balls, I've seen him doing some minuses, bringing in some good crosses in here. And he brought in, by the way, leave alone the assist he did to Bruno Fernandes, but there is the cross that he brought in, and I think Edson Cavani was offside in the game against Liverpool. I think he's improving on his game slowly by slowly. That is the man who goes by the names of Aaron Wan-Bissaka in there for you. So to me, I really think he's really great and good. Luke Shaw, good, though he really was the one that led to the cause of that goal. I think the yellow card that he conceded at the end of the game would have been conceded at that juncture in there. He would have really fouled that player in there, and I think it was Loftus-Cheek. Please, you are going nowhere. You are going nowhere, and that would have been a foul in here, and United would have defended far much better. But we conceded. Second place not yet sealed. Chelsea taking on Leicester City today, and if at all Leicester fails to win today, that means Manchester United would have sealed the second position into this season. And if at all Leicester wins, that means United will be needing to win against Wolverhampton Wanderers if at all Leicester City wins against Tottenham Hotspur into their last game of the season. So that is it for now. Manchester United drawing, now they are at 71 points. No, we failed to hit 76, but we are better from where we are last season, because we ended last season at 66. Now we've added more points. So far we've added 5. If at all we win against Wolves, those will be 8, making it 70, 74. Now if at all next season we add on more and reach close, we can hit 90, because we've lost very many points this season. So, and I think United can really go ahead and do the needful on that as far as this is concerned here at Rokani Sports. Now you can go into the comment section. I'm returning with the player ratings, guys, for the Manchester United players, but it looks good for Oli really being there, but it looks shameful for Manchester United losing this game to a side that really is already relegated, granting an open play, failing to break down defense. The few chances we got, we failed really to put them at the back of the net, and I'm asking myself, why is a person like Mason Greenwood not putting the game to bed? Because the chance was given to him by a man who goes by the names of Edson Cavani, and guess what happened? He really flopped the ball into the hands of the goalkeeper. But Rashford, I'm really having a very big case about him. I think he's not fit, and he's the one to blame. I cannot blame the manager of putting him on the pitch, because the player has a mouth and can tell him, please, I'm a professional player, I'm not going to play today. But Rashford keeping on the pitch, Amad Diallo putting up an executive game in there. He was really great to see. I think Amad Diallo just needs more playing time. The same applies to Danny Van Beek, who was brought on. They just need some playing time. And if at all they get more playing time, I think they're going to develop into the players that we are really wanting to see, because we all know the capability of Danny Van Beek. We know the capability of Amad Diallo. Let us give them more playing time, and we'll see what they bring onto the pitch. Thank you for watching in. This is already on Rokani Sports. I'm going to be back with the player ratings as far as this was concerned. I'm out. See you later. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we you uploading here on a daily. I'm already and out for now. See you later. Thank you for watching.